we are. Oh, gee, y'all. She's back. Welcome back. Wow, spiritual sirens. It's who is it? It's your girl. It's your girl. Oh, this whole time I forgot the microphone, y'all. I forgot the microphone, but we gonna get right into it. Welcome back, TTP. I almost said the old name, but TTP. You already know who's on the hair. So Child Styles, go book. And today it's just like a little catch up. Y'all know it's been so busy. I think it's been like a month since I last posted. I'm so sorry, but life has been really great. I'm so blessed. I just want to give all the thanks to God first and foremost. And like when I tell you I started this whole project and I didn't know where I was really I didn't have a full outline that I would that ended up being. Like how I first imagined it being didn't end up how it actually ended up, but it was better. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't really trying to do what I thought was best. I was just keeping the faith and trusting the next steps that God was showing me, right? So let's get into it. Like, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about how this whole project began. And the only reason I haven't released a date for the next one is because I really want it to be like really great. And I'm really trying to take my time with that because I want it to be quality and not just in the ambiance and presentation and all that, but I want it to be inclusive. I want it to be as safe as possible for everybody because there's a lot of crazy stuff going on in our world right now. So I want to make sure it's safe and enjoyable because there were certain things like the heat that I was not rocking with last time. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, this time, Faith, how are we going to take what we learned from the first event and times it by 10? You know, because anything I do, it may not be small. It cannot be small. You understand? I've not been made in this world to be small in anything, because I've been given gifts and skills at a very fine, tender age. But in the same breath, it's like I've worked for it. Everything that I have now, I have worked, blood, sweat, tears. There were days that I was freaking sleeping in my car and still waking up in the morning to go see clients. You know what I'm saying? Like your girl has been through it all, and I still have a smile on my face today. And this doesn't make me better than anyone. It's just I just chose to not give up hope in myself, because a lot of times we know what we're capable of, but that hope, unfortunately, we don't see examples, or at least the examples that truly reflect God and his intentions for us when it comes to hope in a world that can seem so hopeless. You understand? Like, it's not easy waking up every day and doing the routine that keeps you alive while also trying to look for the things that bring you joy. So a lot of times we just settle for meaningless, low vibrational activities that don't really bring our spirit happiness, but it can please the flesh for the time being. And a world where it's like everything is at the touch of your fingers, it's hard to not get so attached to instant gratification. The thing with instant gratification is just as quickly as it comes, it can leave, you know? So it's like instead of, focusing on how I want things to be in the moment, I can focus on the moment. Because when we're so focused on the next step and the next thing to make us feel that feeling again, it's like you don't enjoy the feeling that you're presently having. And then it turns to being a thing of like feeling like you're not where you're supposed to be when you're exactly where you're supposed to be. But you can't see the true gift in the present because of the also the current obstacles. So, not like to say, like, obviously you have to focus a little bit on your obstacles so you know how to get through them. But it's a difference between focusing to learn and focusing to just do what you think you're supposed to do. Let me run that back. There's a difference between doing things intentionally and doing things that you just think you're supposed to do. Right? So it's like a lot of times what do we have to go off in the world when you, even as a kid, you're a sponge, so you take in everything that you're seeing, experiencing, and learning, and then you make conclusions from that and how you feel like you're supposed to move. And it's like, obviously there are reinforcements with that too, like parents reinforce ideologies, theologies with discipline or incentives. So it then becomes a thing of you feel in your natural life, in your current, of this is feels good. That means it's an incentive that you're doing the right thing because it feels good. You feel what I'm saying? But it's also comes back to knowing yourself and knowing why certain things make you feel good. Because some things can make you feel good simply because they're a place of comfort, brings you some type of comfort because this is like something you've been doing, something that you can, it's, that a certain feeling is going to come out of this because you've done it 10 plus times or whatever the case may be, and you got the same result every time. So a lot of times we're looking for results, but not paying attention to the processes that we're going through to get those results. Because a lot of times I tell everyone that's around me, we don't have, like, obviously, God builds endurance through allowing certain situations to happen to you. But the thing is, God always gives us warning. You have a choice. You can learn from God. I know every situation, every circumstance that I've really gone back thoroughly and really analyzed, especially in the past like 3 to 5 years, and even especially my childhood, bro. What? Oh my goodness! But we'll get back to that. But specifically, these past 3 to 5 years, I've been looking back and seeing that every time before I got into a certain situation or circumstance, I would see someone else going through that same circumstance right before. And then I would go through it, depending on how I did. I would either stay in the situation longer than I'm supposed to, or I will, like, peep the patterns, like pattern recognition, and be like, oh no, I've seen this happen. Let me not even allow it to get to that point. But the hard part with that is when you make those decisions, we don't always we're not always in the present in that moment to see that it is a warning. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like that's why focusing on the present and analyzing everything that goes on, because everything, God works in the details, y'all. God really does work in the details. So when you really go back and you really watch through everything that He's allowed to happen to you, you see like how He's speaking to you through other people's circumstances or through your own. So it's like you'll either go through it and then see it again, and it can be like a test to see if you'll allow the same things to happen, if those are the results you truly want. And until you make a decision that aligns with God's will for your life, a lot of times He'll allow you to continue to go through those situations, because He doesn't just let things happen to us. Just like I said, He allows things to happen to other people, but everybody is God's child. So everything that's happening to you is therefore also a lesson for someone else, as well as other things that happen to other people are a lesson for you. That's why it's so important to really just dig deep with yourself, bro. Dig deep with yourself. Dig deep. Digging deep with myself is how I gain the confidence to make the decisions that I've made this summer, especially with the starting of this elevation tour. Like, going back to that, it's like when I started, y'all got ADHD, so I'm jump, 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 jump. All right. But when I first started this whole elevation tour, I was just like, God showed me some things through a lot of different signs, and I was just like, I mean, I'm already a travel stylist, so I know what, like, I feel like God really prepared me through doing travel hair, because I always have to make sure I have this, that, and the third. So it's like a certain level of preference that I haven't really paid attention to even till just now. Like, even that was a preparation for what He wanted me to do next. So it was like learning how to deal with different types of people and deal with different type of circumstances, and really just break down who I wanted to be in my life. You know what I'm saying? Who I wanted to show up as in this world. So even with that, it's just been like, okay, so how do I focus in on my past without holding on to those emotions? How do I release those emotions and allow myself to analyze things objectively so I know what patterns to and to not repeat going forward? So I notice, like, especially when it comes to dealing with people, because everybody's different and everyone has a different emotional range. So it's like learning how to notice when there's shifts in energy so I know how to, alchemize that and turn it into something more positive. Help me to keep my cool, because the day of the event, it was hot as fuck. Keep it green bean lean with you. You hear me? But it was hot, bro, and he irritates people. But I was able to keep like my composure. Like, everyone was like congratulating me because they're like, "Girl, you were so professional." And I was like, "Girl, I was dog ass tired. I had been up since 5:30 a.m. that morning, bro. I kid you not." So it was like learning how to deal with different types of clients helped me to understand, like, okay, this is a, when people get upset, it's just because they have a need that's not being met, right? So it helped me to really understand how to close off my emotions and don't put anything into the situation emotionally, and just analyze, okay, what needs do they need met right now? How can I fix this so we can move on to the next problem? So I was really grateful for that, honestly, because I was able to keep focus, because when you get emotional you lose focus, and when you lose focus, like on a spiritual level, you allow certain types of energies and influences to impact you and your mindset. So it's like being able to keep your composure is not only important for like professional use, but we have to understand we live in both the spiritual and the physical world. Just like Jesus, we are 100% spiritual because we are souls living in human bodies. You're not a human, you're spirit. Like, what the heck? And we're also 100% man because we live and experience God's blessings and God's lessons through this life through our human bodies and perception. So with that being said, it's like, okay, so how do I keep myself at a level or vibration, if you will, that would allow me to maintain the abundance that and the wisdom? Because everything flows in frequencies, right? So it's like when you're at a certain frequency or vibration, you are able to get certain, say, influxes of emotions like calm, peace, and also you'll be able to see things clear that are already in your head, but just clouded by other emotions. So, even with that, it's just like that's why emotional control is literally so important, bro. You have to be able, especially to succeed long term in this world, you have to be able to control your emotions. You have to be able to speak in a manner that is respectful regardless of what is being thrown at you. When Jesus said, when someone slaps your cheek, turn the other cheek, if the person was had the audacity to slap, it's not even just like, oh, because you need to be a wuss or something. Bro, it's just being smart. At the end of the day, Jesus was God's son. He knew anything that happened to him, it was fire behind it. You hear me? So it's like, when it comes to that, it's just like, okay. So it's not because just because he has backing, but it's also because in his physical world, he had to limit what he not limit his abilities, but he had to learn emotional control because of how powerful he was. So I'm saying God gifted him certain get blessings in the form of powers because he worked through him to help save his children. So from that, you have to understand it's like if someone had that lack of emotional control to smack you, they will go further. Not because they have more bravado, because they're stupid. They don't have the emotional intellect to understand you and your capabilities. So even though you could smite them within a second, you know that they're not worth that because they just aren't there yet. You understand? And not to call people stupid, but like it's just low emotional intelligence. Stupidity. Sorry. But it's like the thing is with that is it's with emotional intelligence you can learn, but people choose to stay stagnant in emotional intelligence. They don't want to hire. They don't want to have to be empathic and really understand how their decisions make other people feel. But when you take the accountability and responsibility to do so, you understand that a lot of things just aren't worth it. That's why it's like turn the other cheek because first time is a warning. Even God, like, forgive a man 7 times 70. It's because vengeance belongs to the Lord. I was literally talking to my cousin about this not too long ago. I was like, girl, like, the reason why I don't even, like, I step back because, one, people know me, bro. What? Be for real. You understand what I'm saying? Like, people know my heart and people know how I move. So I don't got nothing to prove to nobody. I don't care. Like, ain't nobody. Like, what? If anyone that knows me for real and has experienced me in real life adores me because I'm a very amazing person. I like, there's no way else to say it. And it's like, not like I don't make mistakes and I don't, do things also sometimes that I feel like, would hurt someone's feelings. But, I'm human. Like, come on, I'm human. But at the same breath, like I move intentionally every day and I don't intentionally go out trying to hurt people because I don't care about anyone else's, I don't care about the next person's business. I'm minding mine's. What? And mine's is making me money. Lots of it. So I'm chilling. I'll be chilling. So to all my haters, may God bless you and may you learn to just adore me like everyone else because it's just uselessness, But next topic. Next topic. But back to it, like for real. That's why it's just a lot of times if you react with the same energy that someone else is giving you, all it does is make you look like a reflection of them. If that's not who you are, why allow them the opportunity to make you look like so? And although people can perceive things however they want, that's not your business. But you do have a certain responsibility for your character that you have to take pride in. You understand what I'm saying? So just move smarter. Don't react to everything. Everything's not worth your reaction. You feel me? And even back to like the business world, everything ties in together. Everything in your life ties in together. Every pattern is a lesson, and the lesson can be used for many different things. Feel what I'm saying? But for real, y'all, my biggest thing on this whole thing for today, because I'm just getting back in my groove, because it's just been so busy. I just want to make sure I put out like a quality video today. You know what I'm saying? But nah, I love y'all for sure. I love y'all, and I'm so grateful for everyone that was a part of the event, and more things on the way. Thank you for everybody that came and stood in that heat with us. Like, mad love, mad love. You feel me? But for real, I'm just focusing on my next steps, and I will keep y'all posted. Everything that y'all need to know, y'all will know. I love y'all down. Love y'all down. Love y'all down. And I got new content on the way. I'm just trying to really up the quality for y'all because y'all been seeing the same thing for a while now. So let's switch it up, you know? So I'm really trying to start bringing some more different stuff. Just because y'all have supported me. Y'all have really been, man, what? I can't even tell you how many times some of y'all probably saved my life. So it's just God really does work in such amazing ways, but you just gotta keep your eye on him and keep it off all the bullshit that happens in your daily life. Sorry, God. But for real, like you have to keep your mind on him, bro. Because there's so many distractions to keep you from keeping your mind on him. Don't let that happen. You're a lot stronger than that, a lot smarter than that. And a lot of times we don't allow ourselves to grow because we don't think we're capable of growing. But you are. So take pride in who you are because you're amazing just as you are. And I love you. So have a good day. TTP out.